Presentation of my model shelter, Bermuda Triangle. It's located in the Parque Nacional de los Lagos de Plivice, Croatia. It has a route where you pass through lakes and waterfalls. You have to visit within 2 days to see all the wonders. This place was chosen since it's visited by tourists frequently, but not to the point where it's very crowded. At this time of the year, it's in a cold and pleasant climate. The concept of the My Model Shelter is a space to relax, rest, read, meditate, and create. This shelter is designed for people who suffer from mental illness such as anxiety, depression, and even for introvert people. The materials for this shelter are going to be double pane window, because this glass is commonly used in exteriors and we can see it in big buildings, and it gives a double protection for torments or a natural disaster. Cedar wood is the common in cabin of beaches houses because it's very resistant to humidity and water. And we are going to add, and for decoration, Ficus pumila. It's a plant that it's very adaptable to, and it's a climbing plant and doesn't need much care. The shelter is attempt to be near the water because it's proven that listening to the sound of falling water relaxes, and even being in an environment where big amounts of water are good for people who suffer from anxiety. This helps clear the mind, and it's going to be surrounded by vegetation predominantly green, which research shows that emotionally gives a state of balance, hope, and growth. The form of the shelter is going to be a traditional approach, but with a modern touch. The figure of the square was used to give a solid base. In this way, the concept is continued by having a comfort base. It doesn't give the feeling of any change or something completely new, and also for the place is going to be. Triangles were added because it's one of the most stable figures in supposes the union of the sky and the earth. All sides are going to be equal, only some modification and instructions are going to be made in the walls, which are represented in the windows, are supposed to give it a natural light, and the exterior can be appreciated. On the roof, you can see a division that has the shape of a leaf of the common trees in the park, Las Sayas. This is to make a connection with the place that surrounds it. This part will be covered with Ficus pumila. The shelter is for people with anxiety, mostly, because it's a very common thing that you see nowadays. It's for 1 or 2 people only, because in most cases of anxiety, the people like to be alone, so it has to a safe place to be alone, and you are not surrounded by a place where you can be safe. It also can be seen like your own panic room, but obviously it's not your own. You can use it where you visit the national park. The shelter can be built with a 20,000 donation. This is all the information I have for you, and thank you for your time.